So this is Chrisanthony, and he's going up against James Gadson. So Chrisanthony's done a lot of arts, including Sanda, but he is now a pure Muay Thai guy. But you're never a pure Muay Thai guy if you've done Sanda, right? James Gadson is mostly a wrestler. So he's representing Sanda, blue's representing Sanda, but look at that. Red is doing a pretty good throw that you see in Sanda. So James is pressuring. Now, the really cool thing about this match is that was a great kick. Look at Chrisanthony with his spin kicks. Chrisanthony actually does the thing that Sanda people are more prone to do, which is, ooh, look at that spin kick. Got James Gadson, man. James Gadson got a standing count from this. So usually the Sanda people are the ones that go all out, trying to throw and do everything against the Muay Thai people. But in this round, in this match, red corner, aka Muay Thai guy, went all out the first round. I don't know if he got wind that he's going up against a wrestler who's doing a Sanda rules match against him, right? But he's just going all out, and it's an impressive first round. Look at that. He kicked him again in the face, man. Like, Chrisanthony is swinging, red corner swinging. But, you know, this is Sanda rules, and they can wrestle you like that, right? Once he finds that first throw, he's going to get confident. He's probably still a little dazed from that kick, 2 kicks, in fact. But once the Sanda guys find, see, now he's landing punches. Gadson Blue's landing punches. So, yeah. And this is just one of those cases. Ooh, nice kick. Like, Chrisanthony has such a strong first round. Look at that, you see. He's having so much fun. We all thought he had it, man. We were like, oh my God, this is going to be another loss for the Sanda representative. But first of all, Gadson being a wrestler, he's just formidable, right? Wrestlers get kneed, they get elbowed all the time. It's just, wrestling is just, it's not jiu-jitsu. Wrestling is just, yeah, people get injured all the time. People roll their feet all the time. It's just, yeah, wrestling's a tough sport, man. So look at that. It's a little bit of a, kind of knocked him down a little bit, but that was the end of the round. You can tell that Gadson, blue corner, Sanda representative, he's coming back, right? And that's what I saw in this. I'm like, somehow those kicks didn't affect him as much as it probably would have affected you and I. And Chrisanthony's actually standing. He's not sitting. I just realized that. And I thought Chrisanthony had it, honestly. I think a lot of us did, but this second round just proves to us why you will never and should never discount Sanda, especially if it's a wrestler based. I mean, the early days of Sanda, you know who would win? It was always the grapplers. That's why they had to limit the clinch time. The Sanda rules had to get changed in the 80s because the wrestlers would always win. So look at that wild punch by Chrisanthony, but Gadson swinging back, bro. Look at him stalking down Chrisanthony. And it must be scary, right? You've thrown everything you've got at this guy, but this guy just keeps coming. In fact, he's finding entries now to grapple you. I knew once he got one massive throw you associate with Sanda, it was going to very likely be in his favor. So here it goes. Here it goes. Watch this. Watch this. He's not letting go, man, right? So he's finding his grips. He's finding his entries. And then very soon you're going to see, there it is. Here it goes. Here it goes. Look at this one. Look at that one. Massive. There's a little bit of a pad where they're stepping on, but it's very light, man. It's mostly wood. So that throw, he might not feel it now, but he's going to feel it in a few seconds. And the wrestler is going to continue coming, right? He's just going to continue coming. And I knew when I was commentating live that once Gadson got that one, he was going to get another one. I just knew it. And at this point, watch. He got him again. So I knew once he got that second throw, it's pretty much over. Look at Chrisanthony with a beautiful combo. A hook to a spin kick. But look at this. At this point, he was just in the pocket and James was just destroying him. See, look at that. It got to the point where eventually Chrisanthony, he was just covering up. See, look at that. Just, yeah. And the ref gave him a standing count. Good call right there. Look at how tired Chrisanthony got. Just those throws, man, took it out of him. You see that? Look at this. So, and the ref called it a TKO, man. It's crazy. Crazy. Look at Chrisanthony still on the ground. Absolutely crazy. Just throws, man. Throws will take it out of you. And see that? Still on the ground. And in the first Sanda versus Muay Thai match that happened during this event, the Sanda person also got a lot of throws, but he tired himself out. And I'm sure his opponent felt it in that first match. But the difference is Gadson's throws really hurt. It hits you when it hits you, right? Knocks the wind out of you a little bit. And also Chrisanthony was probably getting a little bit of a adrenaline dump from just doing a good job that first round, right? He went all out the first round. And, you see this a lot in amateur matches. Sometimes they give it their all starting the first round because, they want to go for that knockout. They want to prove themselves immediately. So you'll see it sometimes. They just don't budget their energy. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? We paid for this. We all wanted to see something like this. So shout out to Chrisanthony, too, for giving it his all his first round. But moving forward, I think he's going to learn a lot of great lessons from this. Just budget a little bit of energy for the next rounds, man. So congrats to Gadson, too, with this amazing win. In fact, James Gadson, Blue, is going to do more Sanda in the future. So his amazing wrestling is probably going to throw more fools in Sanda matches. Anyway, shout out Hurricane X Promotions. This was Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns.